Hello my beautiful people. Today I wanted to talk to you about my winter AM skincare routine. My skin, and I suppose everyone's skin, changes throughout the years and throughout the seasons as well. So my skin most of the time, since I can remember, was always normal to dry. Then I suppose in my early 40s, it started getting more oily in a T-zone, that's hormonal changes, and now it's gone back dry again. Also, my skin gets drier in the winter, and I think this is because of the central heating. The air is much drier. I don't go outside as much when it's cold, so my skincare will slightly change throughout the year. But this is what I'm using right now, and this is how I prepare my skin for makeup, for foundation. So the first thing I use in the morning is the Deva Hydrating and Anti-Aging Infusion Spray with argireline. This one is with rose extract. I also have a cucumber one. I have a cucumber one in this MURAD bottle because this has a bit better spray than this. But I like them both, and this gives me an instant moisture because it's got hyaluronic acid in it, and also argireline, which they call like natural Botox. So I really love using that as my first step. And I'm quite generous with it. So I let that dry. My skin straight away feels so much better because it's so dry. When I've washed it in the morning, I can really feel it being very tight. And I wait, a few minutes in between each step. Obviously you need it to soak in. Skincare is very important, and how you prepare your skin for makeup. You can't expect makeup on its own to do miracles. Skincare should be the most important thing. The next step is always vitamin C and ferulic acid, and I have the Skin Deva. I've used it for ages. This is quite potent. This is 20% vitamin C, and these are made in fresh batches because they have short shelf life. So what I do with mine, I usually decant half of it in a separate dropper bottle that I buy on eBay, and I keep it in the fridge so it stays fresh, because by the time I would use the whole bottle, the vitamin C would spoil. So I use that next. So I just squeeze like half a pipette and just put it all over my face. And this is great antioxidant. And again, I will let that to soak in. The next thing I take care of is my under eye area. And I put so much different products on my under eyes in the morning, because obviously when you've put the foundation, concealers, powders, I want this area to be quite moisturized. And the first thing I use is the Fillerina eye and lip contour cream. And Fillerina, they use like, I think, 6 different hyaluronic acids with different size of the molecules, so they get into deep into your skin. I don't know how true it is, but I feel like it's making a difference. It's supposed to, because it's hyaluronic acid, it will really plump up the area, therefore make your fine lines look less visible. So I squeeze tiny bit and I put it under my eyes, and I tap it in all the way here. It's supposed to be like a filler in a tube, I feel like my under eye area is, well, I suppose everybody's ages the quickest. So I will let that sink in. So this is like extra hyaluronic acid boost for me. Then the next eye cream I'm using is the Tranquillity Skincare Banish Puffy Eye Cream. If you've been with me for a long time, you will know that I've discovered this cream, oh my gosh, 5 years ago. And this was the first cream that really helped with my under eye bags. Of course, it's not gonna ever reverse it and stop me aging. So when that wasn't enough, I've started using other things, and you know, I've had fillers before under my eyes, but I've just gone back to it in the mornings, and I do notice a difference. I love this cream, and I always will. In the evening, I still use my Olay retinol cream under my eyes, but this is what I do in the morning. So I squeeze again tiny bit. And I know some of you, I mean, you know, I'm not a professional, I'm not a dermatologist, that's just how I do my things. That's my game. Some of you might say this is far too much. Well, it suits me, and that's what I'm doing. And this cream has Matrixol 3000, hyaluronic acid, and eyeless. And eyeless is some type of thing that reduces your eye bags. There is another thing that I put under my eyes, but I will put that on last. Now I will put my face moisturizer. And for moisturizers, especially in the morning, you know, I've always told you, it doesn't have to be anything expensive, although these ones are expensive. It's just whatever suits you. Moisturizer is just that moisturizer, and it should have like lots of vitamins, antioxidants and stuff like that. So as you know, I've been really loving the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, and that has vitamin C, E and shea butter. I really love it. I've almost run out of it, but there are other creams that I really like that I use, and I chop and change. I feel like you shouldn't let your skin get used to one product. You know, our bodies are very good at adapting to everything. So when I like to shake it up, confuse my skin. So this is one of day creams that I like using. Another one is the Clinique Moisture Surge. I love that one. I also like Emma Hardie Moisture Boost Vitamin C cream. This one is very, very rich, but very lovely. And MURAD Hydro, oh my god, what it was, that cream was my favorite for a very long time, and I probably will buy it again when I finish this. I sort of circulate between those 4 creams. MURAD Hydro, oh my god, I will list it all down below, even the things I haven't shown you but I'm talking about. So this is gonna be the next thing that I'm gonna put on. This cream is just so lovely. It's very thick, very rich, but it sinks in really quickly, and I feel like gives me the necessary moisture and plumps up my skin. It gets so red as soon as you start massaging your hair, your face. Oh, you don't know how much I hate sitting here without my makeup on. Okay, so now I've put that moisturizer. We're going back to eyes. Total Eye from Colorescience, which is 3-in-1 renewal therapy. So this is an eye cream that has all the anti-aging benefits, but it also has SPF 35, which is very important under your eyes, and it has a bit of tint to it. So it's not like a concealer. So if you don't have much to cover, you could just use this and it won't look like concealer. I will show you, but I use that every day. Sometimes I will, oh, this one is running out. Oh no, but I've got another one. Can you see it's got and you will see how it immediately brightens up. I put it a bit on the top of my eye as well because of the SPF. Can you see how it brightens up your under eye, but it doesn't have any texture to it because it's a cream, so it's not It's a skincare, it's not like a makeup product, if you know what I mean. Now, after all this, as a last step, you should apply obviously your SPF. And in the winter, I don't apply my SPF all over my face every day because I hardly go out, and if I do, there is no sun. And I know the sun doesn't have to physically shine for the UV rays, but I don't spend much time in the winter outside. So if I do use SPF, I mostly use the Colorescience face shield. And this is like a SPF 50 total protection. The makeup goes on really good on it because, you know, with some sunscreens the makeup doesn't go on too well on it. But today I'm not going to use it. I've got a few other favorite ones that I use SPFs. I use Clinique one as well, and I use MURAD as well. So there is few that I like that work for me, you know, under my makeup. But today I'm not using SPF. So this is my skin prepared for makeup. And now, depending on what foundation I will be using, I will use the Lura Mercier Radiance Primer, or I will just go straight on with the foundation. If my foundation is dewy for dry skin, then I wouldn't bother using this. But if I was using like a matte foundation or thicker one, then I will use the primer. Okay, my lovely, so this is how I prepare my skin for makeup, and this is like my winter AM skincare routine. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and stay fabulous. Bye.